morning! If you can't tell, I'm feeling a lot better. I've noticed the last couple of days I was feeling kind of down, and I think a lot of it is because I've been self-quarantining away from any of the friends that I do have here because I was just on a plane, and the last thing I'd want to do is get anybody sick. So I've been self-quarantining and obviously just staying in the house and, you know, decorating the best that I can, cleaning, kind of just like getting myself comfortable with like being here. And it is different. It's a lot different. I mean, I think if I'm being honest, let me prop you guys up so we can have a proper conversation. So if I am being honest, it is obvious, I don't know if it's obvious, it is quite a bit harder, I think, to make community and make friends. One, when you're older, because when you're younger, you just grow up with all these kids in school and your like swim practices and your dance practices and all that stuff. When you're older, obviously it's a bit different. Usually you'd meet people through work, but I work here. I work by myself in my apartment. And then also too, we're in a pandemic and we are basically quarantining in our homes. So I think a good thing is I did find a local church that seems like a church that I'd vibe with, which is cool, because the church that I left in New York was really great. And obviously that's one of the things that sucks about leaving is you know, yes, I still have like those friends, but I'm not, you know, able to go to like any of the park hangs or stuff like that with those people because I'm not there. So that's one positive thing. And two, just had Spectrum come, double check my internet service. I fixed a few things, so that's all online, which is great. And then I also got the call that my car is being dropped off today sometime after 3 p.m. So I need to go get cash. Let me tell you, I am just drained of cash at this point, which we all know happens when you move, but every time I move, I'm just like reminded like how expensive moving is. But obviously we're in a pandemic and it's cash flowing what she used to be. So that's been interesting, but I'm just being very faithful in that, you know, I will be provided for, like God will provide. So there's that. Each day I have been trying to take a walk, which I know sounds like something small, but honestly during these times that's something good. I was just texting a friend who's close, because I'll tell you why in a second, but I have a PR event with Peace Out Skincare, which is great. Although I don't know if they sent something, but that also happened in my last PR event, which the brand was like, oh, we're so excited for you to try this product. And I'm like looking at the Zoom and everyone else had theirs, and I was like, that's so weird, I didn't get anything. And so I emailed the guy and I was like,
hey, like no pressure at all. I'm so grateful for the opportunity, all that stuff. I was like, but I just noticed I didn't receive anything.
And then right as I like clicked send, I walked outside to grab something, and the box I guess got put down by the mailman right outside my door, and I didn't even notice that he had walked by and put it down. I was like, oh!
I'm so sorry, I'm just kidding, it's here.
So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to get something. If not, it's totally fine too. Grateful for anything and nothing, you know, I'm grateful just for the opportunity. So, but I also went and got tested yesterday for the coronavirus, and luckily one of the testing locations is right around the corner. It's like a 15-minute walk from my apartment, which is also really good too, to see where the testing site is. Also, there is a absentee ballot drop box right there at the same spot, which is great. I still haven't got my absentee ballot, which is freaking me out because it said it's been out for delivery for like weeks. It says it's been out for delivery, and I've gotten other letters here with like the yellow USPS address change sticker on it, so I know I can get mail here. So I'm like, where is my ballot? I'm very, very concerned about that, and if I don't get it in time, I will fly back to vote and fly back here the next day, or just stay on the East Coast until after Christmas, because that's how important voting is, and I don't take it for granted that we have the ability to vote. So if I need to spend hundreds of dollars and fly across the country to go vote, I will, because I believe so wholeheartedly that this is the most important election, at least of my lifetime right now. I have to vote. It's so important to me. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. But yeah, so anyway, so I got my coronavirus test yesterday. It was very quick, simple. It was the mouth swab one. You put into the vial, you shake up the vial, and then you drop it into the drop box. And then I just got my results. And can you see? Negative! Yay! I just texted a couple of my close friends who are here because I have been quarantining in my apartment. Again, I don't want to make anyone sick, and I was like, woo, can't wait to hang soon. So finally I can actually see people, which I know is going to bring me like so much peace and joy for actually being around people. Also, I did my first workout here yesterday, which was so nice. My knees are still feeling a little bit sore, so I sent in my financial paperwork for my new insurance, so hopefully they accept that we're good and I can go to the doctor and figure out what's going on. But yes, I worked out yesterday and it made me just feel so much better, so I'm gonna get in working today after the PR call, and then I'm gonna go to downtown to go get money, the residual, because I pay the deposit for the car carry, so now I just have to pay the residual. So I just have to go get cash for that. And then that'll be the last time I have to pay for Ubers, which is great. And then I do want to talk to my neighbors about parking here, because as you saw when I did like the outdoor tour, so there's a car park, like a little car park, but it's not mine, it's the tenants upstairs. And I've only seen one car. I've been here for a little over a week and I've only seen one car. I don't know if, you know, because everyone's all over the place, and maybe the other roommate, I don't know, flew to their, you know, or drove to their parents' place and it's just been staying there. That a lot of people have been doing that, so I totally get that. And there is street parking, but also it would be nice to, if they, you know, let me to use the parking spot that's here. But anyway, that has been what's going on. Hello everybody, I am back home, picked up my car. That was an interesting experience, basically picking up my car on the side of a, not a freeway, but it was pretty dang busy. One thing I noticed is once I turned my car on, the screen on the dash wasn't working at all. Apparently my car is in transport mode, which when it's in transport mode, it shuts off the screen. And it's not like, of course I have one of those cars, it's like, it's not simple just to like turn it back on. No, it's because like my dad had to change the battery because the battery died the day before it was gonna be picked up. So he changed the battery, which is so awesome and I'm so grateful for it. But apparently you have to wait 15 minutes for the car to go into sleep mode before you can change the battery, or else it'll kick the car into transport mode. Who would know that? I now have to figure out how to get it out of transport mode without taking it to a dealer, because of course they'll just charge like an arm and a leg. That'll be a very interesting next adventure for me to figure out, because that is not what I was expecting. So before I get annoyed,
I'm really trying to practice gratitude.
I'm in a place right now where I'm feeling like, oh, all these things are happening to me and I'm feeling not very like cared for, even though I know I am, and I know that like in the end I am the most cared for, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm just in that space right now where I'm not feeling like everything is falling into place exactly how, you know, perfectly, exactly how it should be, and I know that's also not real. So I'm gonna make myself a nice big salad, and my TV came in my car and it works. It wasn't bumped around. Nothing is broken on it, which is great. Also, something else, so you know, is when you move to California, even though I already have a license in on the East Coast, you have to get a California state license. So I need to retake my written test, which I've not taken in 12 years, which is crazy. I took all 5 tests. I actually did relatively well. Like one of them I got 10 out of 10, another one was 9 out of 10, another one was 8 out of 10. I was like, okay, my memory's not as bad as I thought it was. But you can't pass with getting 50% of the answers correct. You have to get 10 out of 10, which makes sense. Of course, you'd want like the safest drivers on the street. So yeah, I'm studying and I'm gonna watch some TV. Everyone's talking about Emily in Paris. It looks like a major cheese fest, but that being said, I don't know, I'll probably watch it. If anyone watched it, you're wondering, this is what I keep my compost in my freezer. I do freezer compost because it is simple. You don't need to have it on your counter or have bugs, you know, flies or anything. And then another tip is I do keep my celery also in a glass jar with a little bit of water on the bottom, so it keeps your veggies fresher longer, which is great. Good morning vlog. So today my sister actually gets in town and I have to go pick her up, but as we discussed last night, the old car is having an issue. So I found two different mechanics in my neighborhood. One who could see me later this afternoon, and then another one that said, oh, we're just like walk-ups, you know, walk-ins, you can just come. So I'm gonna check them out, get a quote from them, and then if it's like through the roof, then I'll just wait for my appointment at 3 o'clock with the other place. But I also like to get like just second opinions. I think it's just a smart thing to do. Because the radio doesn't work, I gotta bring my speaker with me. I'm also bringing my laundry to wash at her house because I don't have laundry here and she has a washer and dryer. So I will be using her laundry from now on, which is really excellent for me. I'm very grateful that she does at least have a washer and dryer. Let's get to it. Well, update. Went to the first place. Now, mind you, I called this place this morning. I brought up the issue and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you just need to bring it in so that way we can just look at it and see how the car's operating. Leaning towards that they've done this before. So I get there and there's a guy who's like, okay, great, I'm gonna look at your car, whatever. So it's asking me all these questions that I definitely answered already before. And it's leaning towards, me thinking, you've never dealt with this issue before. He's like, so wait, what's wrong? As he got in the car, was playing around with like my like screen and everything, noticing that it's not working. And he's like, so what's wrong? I'm like, well, the screen doesn't work, which means I have zero navigation. I don't know any alerts that are going on with my car. So if something is malfunctioning, I don't know if it is, unless it's something that's like audible. Also too, because the dash screen doesn't work, therefore it cuts out the radio, so therefore I can't use my navigation, which is dangerous because I need to know where I'm going and I don't want to be looking at my phone. Of course, it's dangerous. I was like, have you done this before? And he's like, no, I've never seen this before. I was like, he's like, well, what kind of battery do you have? I'm like, the battery that's in there, I did not change the battery. Didn't even look at my battery. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go somewhere else because I would like someone, of course, who's done this before, because I don't want to pay for service when you don't even know what you're doing. So, and also something I liked about the other shop I'm going to at 3 o'clock, one, they've already told me how much it would cost to re-register the battery and to get this transport mode off if that's the issue, if those two are the only issues. I did let them know about like the alerts that just keep coming up on my car, even though sorry if the sound was annoying. Even though like my car has been tuned up and serviced like 3 weeks ago, like super recently, it's just because it's an older car, like the alerts just go off, even though there's like nothing wrong. And then he called me back again. He was like, okay, so we'll see you this afternoon, but I just want to like make a full list of everything that's going on. He reviewed everything I said, so he remembered everything I said before. And he's like, okay, so check this, and that. When you come in, I just want to make sure all this is working, which I appreciate. I have high hopes that they can figure out what's going on. So that is the update on that. Other than that, the old girl, she's doing pretty well. I'm grateful for it, and I don't want to sound like I'm not grateful. I am beyond grateful to have a vehicle and not have to walk everywhere and not have to take public transportation if I choose not to. So I am grateful. I'm just ready for the money spending to be over and to be making money again. So hopefully freelance gigs, I'm through. So right now, I'm probably just going to head back to my place, eat a little bit more, and then my sister arrives in like 2 hours. Just got the text update that Sister is 28 minutes away, which is actually exactly how long I am, it says, away from LAX. So I am collecting all my things and on my way. See you soon. Okay. Also, hello? Oh, this is my sister.
Hi.
Hello. She's been here for 7 years, so she's definitely been really helpful with moving here, so we decided to come to Trader Joe's.
Baby, it's 2:30 and I should probably head back home, but I'm afraid to be alone. What do I need to do to get some time with you? I'd rather be half involved and missing all of you. Drinking till the sun comes up, better than feeling like I need your love. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb, till I go numb. Dancing till my legs go numb.
rushing to my car because I'm running to the mechanics now. Please pray that he figures out exactly what's wrong with my car and it all gets fixed so I don't have to keep worrying about these car issues. So I made it to the mechanics. I'm at, you can barely see it, but the M shop. And the good thing is all they do is the type of car that I have, which is great. And I'm just really hoping things aren't as bad as they could be. Been here for an hour so far. Fingers crossed it's not so bad. Thank goodness I brought a book. Update. So obviously I'm back in my car. And good and bad things. Good things are the fuses in my car are not blown. They were able to register the battery to the car, which is good. And they were able to get the transport mode deleted, which is good. But when the old battery in the car died, it blew the CCC, which is like the dash screen and radio. And that dash screen runs the radio. So he's like, the only thing you can do is replace it. And he's like, if it's new, it's very expensive. That's where we're at right now. So I'm heading back to my sister's place so we can finish putting her bed together and so I can get my laundry. And then we'll head home and enjoy these lovely groceries that my sister graciously got for me. So I'm driving through, if you can see, like the most lovely neighborhood. Good morning. I've been like trying to work in my bed, which we all know is a terrible way to start work, but I don't have a desk yet. So I've moved my seat, that stool that I got, over into the kitchen, using the countertop, having a little bit of tea and getting some work done. I'm still trying to figure out the whole like voting thing. Because early voting doesn't start for another 8 days. I'm nervous that I'm not gonna get my ballot soon at all because it's already October 22nd and I still don't have my ballot. It's really gonna be like a working day, which honestly is kind of fun because I bought some supplies to do another craft and I was gonna do it today, but it's so gloomy today. Not that I can't do it, but it's just kind of like gloomy and sad. So I think it'll just be an inside day today. So the sun started coming out a little bit more. It's not so overcast, so I decided to do the DIY project, which is those cloud foam mirrors. Now I know these are super trendy, but I think it's also gonna look really, really nice in my space. So let me show you the mirror that I have and what I've done to it so far in the supplies and tools that I'm using. So obviously you're going to need a mirror. Brought this one from New York. And if you can see, the edges are a bit scratched up. So I took sandpaper and I just wanted to sand down the edges. So under here, the frame, and then just a little bit on the inside of the mirror lip. Just that way the foam has something to stick to. And then for the actual foam, I'm using Loctite foam. This one is specifically the bright white color because I know they come in yellow, which is like really gross. Just shake it for 30 seconds vigorously and then basically just start spraying. Okay, that is not what I was expecting. I don't know how fast it dries, so I'm trying to move quick. Yeah, wildlife. This is what it's looking like so far. I really wanted to like fill in, oh gosh, I'm moving it. See, fill in the underside so that way it's like really full on the sides here. It's very sticky because I tried to get off the mirror here, which you can tell. So I don't know, I'm gonna try to wet that and see if I can get that off. And this is it, that's one bottle. So you're definitely gonna need 2 bottles. And it also kind of falls off. So, oh, I'm going to get like gloves. There you go, push it. Messy. All right, so I'm gonna go to Home Depot and go get some more. Okay, before I left, just want to do a cute little OOTD. I'm wearing this black tier dress. It's actually long sleeve, but I like to like pull it up a little bit. I feel like that just fits better with my vibe. Obviously, all of my jewels, I'm going to take my hair down. I don't shop fast fashion, but it is from H&M. It was $10. I'm very surprised. I really wanted the co-tier dress, but it's $600. So, yeah, no, here we are. I'm wearing my Nike Air Maxes. And this is the pink and purple and blue edition with some white ankle socks. And then I'm gonna wear my Nuno bag, which is right there. Yeah. So this the final look. Super cute for Home Depot. Love that. Okay, so this is what the completed mirror is looking like. I think it looks so fun. Get away from their fly. And I think it will look really cute inside. So now I just have to let it dry. So when I just went to Home Depot to go get that extra can of like Loctite foam, I've told you I've been having car issues, and when I was driving there, the cruise control just stopped working, completely stopped working. And then the speedometer dash, all the lights and alerts started showing up. ABS, DTC, brake, as if the handbrake was on, but it was not on. All these lights just started popping. And then my windshield wipers just started going crazy and my turn signal started going. So for me, I think to me, it sounds like there's electrical failure. But does that have to do with the screen not working? Does that all control all of that, or is that a separate issue? I'm really trying not to like let these things get to me, because I know in the grand scheme of things, like I'm so blessed, and I know that like I have a roof over my head, so I'm so lucky. But it is like I don't even want to drive the car. Now I'm scared to drive it because what if something else worse happens? You know, so just to let you know that's where I'm at right now. Everyone else like me, this is not my favorite vegan cheese, but I also like to get rid of the things I don't like first, so I can get rid of this so I can eat the good cheese. Well, my ballot's not here, but my mail is here. This, I know what this is. These are the blinds. Very excited to put these up. So I'm probably gonna do that tonight, to be honest. So this is PR. It's by a brand called Vardis, Switzerland, and it's a clean dental brand. And they sent their Wise Bad, Fresh and Protect, Edelweiss White and Protect, and their Instant White, and then this really beautiful bamboo toothbrush. So thank you, Vardis. These are top down, bottom up blinds, and they're custom made, and it's by brand. I got these from Affordable Blinds. Not sponsored, but like, sure, if you want to, reach out. But what I do like so far is, first of all, minimal packaging. All 5 of them are in one box. It looks like each one of them comes with obviously their own accessories, so their screws. And then what I do like about this is there's a label right here, and it tells you exactly what room it's for, which is great. These are made in Long Beach, California, so I got here in a couple of days, which is amazing. Okay, let's figure out how to install these. When the sun goes down, hot tip from me to you is if you end up getting these, when you're about to hang your blinds, which these are the easiest blinds ever, pull down the top section here, because it's gonna be so much easier when you want to put the bottom up, top down clips on. This is my favorite part. Line her up, and then we just clip her in. Boom, just like that, she's in. And you just have to put on the clips so you can move it. Ta-da! Good morning. So you saw last night that I was installing my top down, bottom up, custom made blinds. I am so happy that I did that. One, it made me feel a lot better after yesterday, because it was an activity that was something I know I could do. I knew that the skills that I do have were able to complete this project. So if I can't fix a car, well, I can at least put up some blinds, and they look awesome. So I'm going to show them to you now. So this is what the blind looks like. Obviously I put them up through the entire house. I did all 5, took only an hour. And the nicest thing about them is, I mean, you barely even have to push. Like, look at that, one finger. And then you could have your top down and your bottom up, which is so nice. Did one, there's 2 in the living room. Boom, boom. There's 2 in the kitchen. This one, finally the kitchen window is open. It's so much brighter in this corner, so I really might put the plant there. The macrame, I think, there. Here, where they had, there was a brown curtain, and it was installed above the window frame. So I need to get more paint anyway to now cover this, and I have spackle, so I'm gonna fill the holes because there's also anchors. Plus I noticed there's like just that little touch of brown showing there, and then I can like finish the rest of the roof anyway. So that's how this morning is going. And I made myself a protein smoothie, which is amazing because my sister really helped me out and took me grocery shopping, which was so sweet as like a welcome to LA gift. And I'm trying I'll show you. This is the organic pea protein from Trader Joe's. It's vegan, it's gluten-free. All I did was mix water, put the pea protein in, and then frozen bananas, because you know I always use frozen bananas because it acts as like banana, yes, but also like an ice chip, which is great. And then just a wild berry mix of like raspberries, blueberries, strawberries. So after this, I'm gonna go to a mechanic with my uncle to see if the old girl can be saved or if my car is dead, you know? And then we'll go from there basically, but I'm trying to stay positive today, so wish me luck.